You made it. Welcome back, ya BEA beautiful souls. Today's video we are going to be going over new patch notes for Ubisoft that's coming tomorrow on Thursday, I believe. And there's a little bit of information here to share, and I just want to go over it. I haven't posted For Honor in a while, but I just want to give you my thoughts and opinions on what the devs are working on right now. I don't think it's a huge change. There are quite a bit of nerfs and quality of life adjustments, which is nice. And I'm always glad that they focus on the smaller details, because small details definitely can provide a greater experience for the player base here. But hope you guys are doing well and enjoying yourselves for this year. It's definitely getting colder up here, at least in Minnesota, so keep yourself warm and wear those turtleneck sweaters, because I've been getting really into turtleneck sweaters. So all right, anyways, let's go ahead and talk about it. I've skimmed through, I've watched a little bit of this, and I think I get the gist of it. So just go over it as quickly as possible, and then we'll go back to making some more Battlefield 6 videos. I might make a tier list soon, actually. Since they just posted this, I don't think there's going to be a big patch coming soon, so I think I have time to make a tier list for you guys. The people that do play in the unfortunate lost souls who play Dominion in For Honor, especially Solo Queue. I feel so bad for you guys, myself included. We definitely have issues and need to see a psychologist. There's also a new Orochi skin, apparently, and we're going to have a quick look at it. And react to it. Hopefully it is amazing. Halloween event skins. Let's check it out. Is that the dude? That looks like. Oh my god, that looks like anybody play Tenchu? Holy shit! Look at that. That's a yokai. Yokai. Yo, that looks like I'm forgetting my voice. Not Real Hayabusa. Ninja Gaiden just came out too. Ninja Gaiden 4 just came out. Tenchu, my boy. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on it. Guys, help me out here. Help me out in the comments. He has gray hair. One of the coolest ninjas of all time. I cannot believe I'm drawing a blank on it. It's not Ryu. Is it Master Ryu? Hello, what did I say? That's a sick Orochi skin. Holy smokes, does Orochi have badass skins. He has the Ghost of Tsushima skin. He has this skin now. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is way more of a banger than Nobushi's. If Nobushi's skin turns into like a spider or something, or like a fox, you know, then that would be like 10 out of 10. I personally like Nobushi's skin. But this skin for Orochi, I'm gonna rock the crap out of it. Holy smokes, that was BEA beautiful. You gotta be kidding me right meow, man. That's such a good looking skin. Such a good looking skin. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Holy moly. I cannot believe they didn't go all out with Nobushi's. They went like a more of a, you know, a shrine maiden look. That is so insane. I don't believe my eyes right now. Holy smokes. Is this actually real life right now? Is this actually real life? What do you guys think about the skin? Holy, that's a beautiful, beautiful skin. Like, holy smokes. I'm trying to remember what the Tenchu was. Tenchu character. Rikimaru. Rikimaru was the name. Holy smokes. I'll show you guys right now. Rikimaru from Tenchu right here. Boom shakalaka. You guys see this guy? This guy right here. This is Rikimaru from Tenchu. One of the OG ninjas back in the day. Holy smokes, was he such a freaking badass character. One of the coolest characters back in the olden days, back in the Unk days, you know, the boomer, the 40-year-old days. Holy smokes, I'm freaking so ecstatic for that skin. That'll make me play Orochi so much more. I freaking love Orochi too. And I also hate him too. I love the character. I just want his heavy deflex back. But that's sick. I'm freaking happy, man. I love it. What do you guys think of the skin? 10 out of 10? I know he's getting another skin, but he's one of the most popular characters. I'd say he's probably the most popular character in the For Honor roster. So, Shard Point A, you guys have seen all the videos. As soon as you walk near this thing, put your toes in the spikes, you die instantly. You can do it through executions by walking through it. It's quite hilarious. They basically just removed it, and they have baby proofed it. They said that they couldn't figure out how to essentially get rid of the bug. It's spaghetti code basically, and it would take too much work to try to fix it. essentially, way too much money, and they don't want to develop a new way to fix it. So it's just easier to remove it outright, which I'm all for. I don't really care about baby-proofing maps. I care more about the skill factor of the game, more of the getting parries here and there instead of just relying on Warlord's Crashing Charge or Impale or throwing into spikes. I feel like it's a little bit cheesy for someone that does enjoy For Honor at the highest level and likes to see that. I think this is kind of something that we don't really need, but people who are drunk all the time or who are unemployed will probably miss this. I guarantee you that. So next part is Lawbringer. Lawbringer is getting nerfed here. His lateral movement just means like the horizontal movement or just like side dodges. Side shove was so incredibly good. Good for option selecting, good for just getting away from a lot of mix-ups. So you had like no garbage vulnerabilities, so this makes it so that you will get hit by a finisher heavy, unblockable finisher heavy, if it has a decent enough hitbox. So you're going to get smacked in the face by that, so Lawbringers can't just abuse that, which is good, because this is one of the most brain-dead things about Lawbringer, and it made it so that he could just do that every single time, and you had to play patiently and play a little bit more methodically, and you should try to do that in the first place, but then again, he still has a bunch of different options for you still, so a little bit of mind games have been reduced in that aspect, and that's completely fine. So big nerf to Lawbringer, but it was well deserved because he did need it. Now this is for Centurion, increased forward movement when feigning jab and charge jab. So this is just a overall net buff of Centurion, more range, and even though Centurions is pretty freaking good right now, and he is gonna be getting a testing grounds with his new feats, and essentially his new playstyle. More buffs for him isn't a bad thing, but I still think he's one of the best characters in the game right now. Insanely strong, great for ganking, and insane duelist at the same time. So this character definitely is one of the best ones, and rightfully so. So satisfying to play. And let's move on here to, it should be Black Prior. Now Black Prior, guard break vulnerability on Bulwark Slash is now 200 MS up from 100. So back in the day, Black Prior used to have the 200 MS unblockable heavy, and you could easily, I wouldn't say you could easily, but you could get guard broken out of this. But a lot of Black Priors now, they just sit in full block 9 times out of 10, and they can just do it a little bit earlier with the unblockable heavy, whether it be a target swap or not, and they would not be able to get guard broken. So now they can easily be punished by staying in full block and trying to bait you out on that aspect. And I think this is an okay change. I don't think most Black Prior mains, I would say, did not ask for this change at all. What we're asking for as a Black Prior main, or someone who enjoys the female Black Prior aspects of her life and her playstyle, is that we want more stamina. That's what we actually want. I feel like I am out of stamina so much with Black Prior, especially when you have to like play a certain way, getting like baiting people out. I don't want to just play light into bash, light into undodge, but I want to do like really cool shenanigans with her. You know, light into unblockable, into feint, unblockable, into flip, all those cool shenanigans with Black Prior, because that's what really sets her apart from just the basic Black Prior who tries to flip everything on red. And so this makes it so that you can't rely on that Bulwark Slash or that full block as often. Okay, so big nerf to Black Prior, but it's not like the end of the world, because it's not the end of the world basically. So Warlord here, Crashing Charge no longer stuns or deals stamina damage when it's wall splatting. I'm okay with this change. You guys know I love playing Warlord. He's one of my mains. I freaking love this guy. But what I don't like is that when Ubisoft removes stun, I don't mind removing like stamina damage all out, like in general, I don't mind that. But what I don't like is them removing stuns, because when Warlord does the Crashing Charge and there's the wall splat, you're guaranteed a side heavy or top heavy, and there's no real mix-up after the stun, you know, because you can kind of just look at his animations and be like, okay, he's gonna do a light attack or heavy attack. He has no unblockable heavy attack mix-up. So removing the stun itself on Warlord specifically doesn't make any sense. You can argue that for Lawbringer, when he used to have his neutral top heavies deal stamina damage, like a ton of stamina damage, while also doing stuns and also having a chained 400 MS top light. That is what makes it more oppressive compared to Warlord, where he just does stamina damage. Granted, he does throw them very far, but he stuns, and then he's not guaranteed anything after that initial heavy attack, compared to Lawbringer, where Lawbringer has so much mix-up potential. With now, he even had it before where you could just shove afterwards, after a heavy attack. But now Warlord doesn't have any of that. So I disagree with the aspect of removing the stuns. I don't think stuns are stuns play you know, what was it called, an egregious role in ruining the player aspect, how the player enjoys the game, compared to characters that like Raider, who had stunning tab. Now that was egregious, and that was insanely hard to deal with, where you could constantly flash bang you left and right, and a lot of people had issues with that with all the stamina drain as well. So Warlord, it's not a huge nerf, but I would say this does affect his 1v1 abilities. A crashing charge, I think this specifically, if this pertains to his throw too, let me just listen to it actually. I don't think I don't think it is the throw punish, because crashing charge kind of pertains just to the running aspect, so that's fine. But you know, if they keep that stun and stamina damage on his throw, I think that's okay, because I don't mind a little bit of stamina damage. You know, when Centurion or, you know, Jing or, you know, Gladiator hit you with the follow-up bash, and that drains like a little bit of stamina, it should drain a little bit of stamina. You get hit with a freaking shield, my goodness sake, and it doesn't even deal damage. Most of the bashes don't deal damage unless they have Haymaker, like Gladiator and Centurion, but they're removing Haymaker from Centurion, and they're probably going to remove Haymaker from Gladiator eventually, because the toe stab is also counting as a bash, and also the sucker punch as well. So that's something that they're probably going to move on into the future. But essentially, this is, you're not going to feel too much of it, honestly, in 1v1s. If this crashing charge, I don't think it counts for it. I'm pretty sure if it does, then let me know, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, moving on here. So they are also buffing, or they're nerfing Highlander, so his chain lights deal 13 damage from 15. That makes sense, honestly. Most chain lights don't deal 15 damage. I'd say this is above average, and his chain lights do look kind of wonky. You can finish people off with chain lights here and there, and some people do try to utilize this a lot more than they need to, and that's easy parries left and right. But then again, I will say that his finisher heavies deal a crap ton of damage and goes into offensive stance. So if you mess up and you think you try parrying a light attack when it's a heavy attack, you're gonna eat a lot of damage. And so nerfing the damage on this is understandable. He's already freaking insanely strong in offensive form already, and really good in defensive form with his huge hitboxes on his neutral heavies and his finisher heavies that have so much hyper armor. So well-deserved nerf. Nothing crazy. It's not going to affect his gameplay at all. He's still going to be able to use that as much as he wants. Now, Shaman, Predator's Mercy now costs 12 stamina. So this is her bash, essentially. So this is good. Just less stamina overall for her kit. Shaman definitely is a strong character in the right hands, but you know, if you're bad with her, you're bad with fundamentals and your timing aspects and matchup knowledge, you're not going to do well with her. I'd say if you're fighting a bad team who is drunk and they're not playing with their monitor turned on, she'll probably be really good. So this buff, you will probably notice and be able to utilize that bash more effectively. So I'm pretty happy about that as a Shaman player and Shaman enjoyer myself. So I want to go and test that out with Shaman Mama, and that'll definitely help me out when it comes to stamina department, because she does use a lot of stamina for her mix-up. Her mix-up mostly revolves around heavy feint into the soft feint light attacks, but then going into Predator's Mercy or your bite is also something that really helps, you know, put pressure on your opponent, because you don't really want to take a 35 damage bite while she gets healed, and so this really helps her out in the mix-up department. Moving on to Jormungandr. Jormungandr now gets his bash, his follow-up nut slam attack reverted. So Hamar Slam used to deal 26 and now deals 30 damage. They also removed the hyper armor aspect of this finisher move. So they're deciding to remove the hyper armor, which is fine, but they're keeping the higher damage values. So honestly, I would be fine if they kept the hyper armor back on it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The truth of the matter is that you do have a follow-up option. You can use your chain zone instead to deal 24 damage. Oh, is it 24 or 22? I think it's 24 damage instead of the original 26. And so you get that guaranteed damage off. But now you can opt out for more damage in a 1v1 instead of going for that chain mix-up and getting all your stamina back, or getting your enemy stamina back as well. So this is probably the best play, but in team fights, your probably best move is still going to be that chain zone attack when you do land that pin. So a lot of people don't know about that chain zone attack. It's very strong. It has a huge hitbox, incredibly throbbing huge hitbox. So don't underestimate that move. It'll hit all around, and it'll deal guaranteed damage because it has hyper armor. So Solid change for Jormungandr. When I make my tier list, I'm probably gonna include that into it. It definitely helps him a little bit, and I think Jormungandr is one of those characters that can be a strong carry pick, especially in the casual matchmaking level of play. I guess like the top tiers, he's gonna be a little bit harder to use, but I still think he has pretty decent survivability with enhanced light attacks if not pairing your attacks, good hitboxes, and a strong pin mix-up. Now Kensei, he's getting a decent buff, I'd say. Look at that. Health is 130 compared to 125. So it's 5 extra health. Pretty solid in my opinion. I like that change. I really do. But first, let me drink some vitamin water. That's good. So health got increased. Take more trades. Blah, blah, blah. Last a little bit longer. You know, I need that. I need a buff in that department as well. You know what I'm saying? The top heavy finisher now deals 32 damage, down from 34. So this is also it's more of a standardization, if I say so myself. Is it a nerf? Yes, 100%. Why is Jormungandr like literally? She's huge. She's thick compared to Kensei. 34 damage. He had one of the highest wall splat damages in the entire game, and that's kind of what set him apart from other characters and really gave him that edge when you're near a wall. In 1v1s, he's not like that scary. He's a good character, no doubt, but you also have to play him a little bit more methodically and know your matchups. If you don't know your matchups and you're just using the 3-chain light attacks, boy, are you cooked as a Kensei player. My goodness. Probably one of the easiest characters to fight, but once someone who is intelligent and not completely brain rot, utilizing and piloting Kensei, then he can be a scary character because he's really good at peeling, great at team fights, and can if you utilize all of his strengths, he will absolutely be a very solid character in the roster. So having this damage nerf is not going to be end of the world for him, but what I would really like for the character is to get a sprint speed buff, please. Please be as fast as the other Vanguards. You're Vanguard, for goodness sakes. And your armor is, I mean, come on. Like, you're not even wearing anything. My boy Warden's wearing full plate armor. Lawburn's wearing full plate armor. And you're slower than him. Please, buff my man Kensei. Ubisoft, come on. What are you guys cooking? All right, moving on here. That's pretty much it for Kensei, actually. And now we have Orochi. So adjust his zone attack trajectory and angle to be more in line with its animation. I'm assuming this is going to be a nerf because his zone attack, literally one of the best zone attacks in the entire game. Hits like 360-degree angle and hit stuns everybody so that he can dodge away and be safe in his mix-up. So it's one of the safest moves to use in a team fight or in a 1v2 situation because you can reposition, you can continue your mix-up with a light attack on the other side if you expect the opponent to try and chase you instead of dodging, external dodging away from the opponent who is the ganker. You can go ahead and dodge away from him or try to interrupt him with a finisher heavy attack. So pretty scary. Your Orochi definitely needed that nerf because he's still one of the best characters in the game. Definitely S tier still, in my honest opinion. And I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, Orochi is one of the OGs of the game. Just a strong mix-up in general, unblockable, undodgeable. Easy peasy, boom shaka lahaka. Okay, moving on here, we on to the next one. So we have Kyoshin, Kyoshit, as some people would say. Kaze stance light attack now deals 6 damage, down from 8. Okay, so this is his Fujin cuts, I'm assuming. Kaze stance light now deals 6 damage. Yeah, I think that is the Fujin cuts. This is just a small damage nerf for Kyoshin. These are just number values, so they're not gonna mean that much at the end of the day. What's egregious about Kyoshin is his tier 1 feat. That is one of the strongest tier 1s in the entire game. It'll do like 30 damage for, you know, hitting his full guard as a tier 1 when it's supposed to only deal like 20. So it's an insane value. So this is gonna help make it less egregious to fight against when you do unfortunately and will hit the the full block, because you can't not hit a Kyoshin. You can't just guard break him either, because he can easily just cause a Fujin cuts you like super easily. Oh, Chopin concert's on right now. Chopin Institute. I've been watching a lot of that lately. Watching a lot of that, getting really into my piano again. Playing my Yamaha DGX 670. Having a great time with it, and playing a little bit of Bach myself here. But anyways, big nerf. not big nerf. It's an okay nerf. It's just a standardization. What they need to nerf about him is the revenge gain from Kyoshin Fujin cuts. There's 0 revenge gain. It's so strong. This character is so carried by pressing 1 button. It's not even funny, man. It's not even funny. I would rather fight a Hitakiri than a Kyoshin. That's how annoying Kyoshin is, in my honest opinion. What say you? Moving on to Shaolin. So double side light and third light. Side light now deal 3 damage, down from 4. So this is his triple light attacks from the side only. Remember, his top one is enhanced, but it only deals the 14 damage, if I recall. Is it the 14 or 12 damage? But Shaolin double side lights. What this was used for is a ganking tool. So if you've ever fought any 4 stacks or comp players or tourney players, you will see this and you will be like, okay, well, I guess there's nothing I can do, because you're not supposed to get in that situation in the first place. You're not supposed to survive anti-ganks unless you're picking a specific character. But this gank for Shaolin, you can't run away from unless you have a very hard read on attacking him right away. Not the Shaolin, it hits his teammate. So what the teammate does basically is, if they're not using the Shaolin kick sweep gank, which is he kicks into light, and then the other teammate guarantees the follow-up sweep attack with the light attack, as you are hit stun. You get sweeped, and then he does this follow-up top heavy, and then the other person does a heavy attack. Then he goes into his kick to guarantee the finisher heavy, and then boom, 99% of your health is gone. It's not fun. There's no counterplay to that. The only counterplay is not to get into that in the first place, and going ahead and interrupting him as quickly as you can. But even if you try to interrupt him and he reads that, which is another mind game, essentially, but a lot of players expect that, so they're waiting for it. So even if they parry that heavy attack, he gets a guaranteed kick into mix-up or just goes into his light attack. But the point I'm trying to say is that he also has another gank too, which is really simple and easy to use. All he has to do is, all his teammate has to do is guard break, and then he can initiate the triple light attack, and he can delay those so that his teammate can get easy heavies off of that into another finisher heavy, just guarantee it with the guard break or whatever. So like Shaolin, one of the most versatile gankers and anti-gankers of all time, and duelist as well, mind you. He's one of the best duelists in the game. So now they're just reducing his damage output in general. They're not doing anything significant with it. They're just reducing the damage so that you can maybe survive with the hair's worth of life points after your revenge has run out and the hope has faded from your eyes. So this is a good nerf. It's a good nerf, but it's not going to affect him at all, I guarantee you. So Zhanhu is the next one. Oof, all the Asian invasion. So torturing maneuver now deals 30 damage when performing after a successful superior block, up from 24. Torturing maneuver. Superior block. Oh, you know what this is? This is his top one. So torturing maneuver is his top superior block deflect. So his side ones deal 22 damage. And that's a very good damage value for superior block deflects. And mind you, 22 damage is huge because it's unblockable, goes into his mix-ups, and a lot of other characters who have deflects, they get about the same amount, but a lot of them also don't break through hyper armor as well, like Peacekeepers, Shaman Mamas. Those characters don't even break through hyper armor. And also Shaolin. Shaolin is only a 20 damage deflect, if I recall, but he has options of dodging out of attacks or crushing counters. So there's a little bit of mind game going on there. But for Zhanhu, his top one, you don't really use this because the thing is that his follow-up guarantee light attack is already 22 damage. If I recall, I'm pretty sure it's 22 damage. I'm like 99% sure it's 22 damage. It wouldn't be 20 because it's an unblockable light attack, and his side ones are 22 as well. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But it used to be 24 when you landed it, but it is a heavy attack now. You know, that heavy attack that you never seen? You see it in some of my videos, and you can feint that unblockable heavy. The animation is his forward dodge heavy, but when he gets that deflect, he goes into that animation again, and it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You can parry this, you can dodge out of it, but Zhanhus don't really use this because it's not guaranteed. And so instead of being 22 damage, you can go for 30 damage potential, but they can parry it, and they can dodge out of it. And then if you guard break, you get 24 damage heavy punish. So 9 times out of 10, it is better to just go for the guaranteed light punish. But if you want to be stylish, that is what you do, and that's what I would do personally, because it's all about style at the end of the day. So that is an insignificant buff. It is cool, it is awesome, but nobody will be using it because I haven't seen that used on me in my entire For Honor career. I've never seen it used against me. I swear to gosh, I'm the only one that uses it. There's probably a few of you guys that use that move, but my god, it is never used. And sometimes you do land it because people expect it to be a guaranteed punish. Like, oh, I got deflected. Let's get this over with. But it is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It's crazy. So, anyways, moving on to Pirate. Cavalier Dance now performed 33 MS later during a front dodge. Cavalier Dance, if you guys don't know, it's the forward dodge heavy. It's the one with the unblockable and the hyper armor. One of the most balanced moves in the game, in my opinion. Just kidding. I hate it. So Cavalier Dance, beforehand, so right now, if you get a heavy parry, this is guaranteed. This is 16 damage with huge amounts of hit stun. I think it's like heavy hit stun, man. The pistol blast is like heavy hit stun, I swear to god. I think it's medium hit stun. But the medium hit stun is so good for ganks. This Pirate is undoubtedly is the best character in the game. In my honest opinion, I think she is the best character in the game. I'm gonna say that. Better than Guard, better than Shaolin, better than Shinobi, better than Afira. I feel like Pirate is one of the, and I say the best because they are one of the easiest characters to use. So much iframes, hyper armor, unblockable, pin mix-up, 500 MS chain bash, undodgeable as well. Insane dodge attack, animations look so jank, and insane feats too. So Cavalier Dance. Okay, so this makes it so that you are not able to get that guarantee punish anymore. But this is, mind you, this is only 33 MS. So technically, as a pirate, even though it's not guaranteed, you can still throw this out, and the other person will try to parry it. But if they try to parry it and you feint it and you guard break, bro, you're eating 25 damage heavy. So yeah, pick and choose. Pirate's still insane. This nerf is negligible. She still can do her zone attack for 15 damage into unblockable mix or into Cavalier Dance once again. If you're not reacting to the hyper armor flash, which you're supposed to, but you have to be 2 inches from your screen and be an unemployed gamer, which I know most of you guys aren't, then you're gonna get hit by this. Okay, you could. There were people that still did this beforehand. A lot of people do this as well with characters that have the unblockable mix-up from heavy parry, like Lawbringer. He can do it his ad mortem, unblockable heavy. Granted, this is super slow and you're not frame advantage, but you know, Pirate can do this. Isohe can do this. Who's another character that can do this as well? I don't. On the top of my head, I don't recall. I guess Hitakiri could technically do it. She has hyper armor. Her hitboxes for unblockable heavy are really good too. So that's something that could possibly be done. But this is a negligible nerf. It's not even worth mentioning, to be honest. Haktoon zone attack now costs 20 damage, so huge buffs to the Haktoon's enjoyer. I don't play Haktoon that much, and I know a lot of people do enjoy her, and she's a really cool character that can be very strong if utilized correctly. So that's stamina damage values buffed 30 now to 20. Priceless Control now deals 10 damage up for 9. Those are her 400 MS light attacks that come from her Rage Inferior, which is her full block charge move. So 10 damage is honestly really good. I felt like doing 9 damage was, I don't know. I don't think 9 damage is a good number. And when it comes to dealing, when it comes to like 400 MS attacks like that, this also compares. I compare this to Medjai. Medjai also needs his damage buffed as well when it comes to his axe forms, because his bash only deals 9 damage. So that needs a buff, and I'm glad they adjusted for Haktoon. Okay, so pretty decent buffs here. And what do we got here? So this, part 5, part 6. So Virtuosa. Sideways misdirect is now 600 MS attack up from 533. I think this is her dodge attack. This is her dodge attack, and she can basically choose 3 different sides for her attacks. So this made it so that you had to be, like I said, 2 inches from your screen, play with your monitor turned on, and you had to focus. Like, if I'm not focused, I don't know where you have to like react to the red when she dodges. And mind you, her dodge attack can be delayed so extensively. So she was incredibly good if you were not paying attention. Her 1v1 potential is also really good too, and of course her 4v4 ganking aspects are so annoying. It's not even funny. This is probably one of the most annoying characters they've added. Would I rather fight this character than Guard? Great looking question. How about I don't have to fight any of them? You know, I don't want to fight any of them. Virtuosa, I think she's a little bit You know what? Honestly, I think I'd rather fight Ranking Guard. 1v1s. Yeah, Virtuosa. Rather fight Rankin. That's just my opinion, at least. My opinion at the moment. Okay, moving on here. Conqueror. Crashing Apprehension can now be performed from 100 to 500 ms during a front dodge, up from 100 to 300 ms. Okay, so this is a pretty decent buff here. Crashing Apprehension has now more forward movement when it is feinted. So I'm assuming that this is his Chain Bash. His Chain Bash is getting a buff, so you can feint it at a later date. I don't think this really fixes his problems though with his offense, like low damage values and whatnot. But you know, like I said about Conqueror, I think he's still in an okay spot. Not a terrible character, just a little bit boring, and has some issues within his kit that need to be adjusted because they're like season 1 problems, you know, like the 1000 ms same side light attacks. Please fix that. Put him in testing grounds, man. Like, I don't care how long it takes. Fix that shit. So fix that stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh wait, no. That is the forward. Sorry guys. This is the forward dodge heavy. That's his new move. Okay. It can be feinted at a longer window. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's just this forward dodge heavy, the new animation. Okay, not his bash itself, because I was like, forward movement. Like, you don't move when you do the bash itself, and you're not doing it as a startup. You know, like a forward dodge. See, look, forward movement when it is feinted cannot be formed 100 to a front dodge. So yeah, it's 100% the forward heavy attack. I'm freaking having a brain fart. Unk status here, boys. All right, so guard break vulnerability changes. Falling heroes forward dodge heavy attacks now have 200 ms of guard break vulnerability, up from 100. Okay, this is good. These are very good changes. Okay, so Jormungandr, Shinobi, Haktun, Shaolin, Conqueror. If you guys didn't know, a lot of people will just do forward dodge heavies to option select your mix-up. So that means you had to let your unblockable heavy attacks fly. So Shinobi's is one of the greatest offenders for this. If you fought a good Shinobi, Shinobi's can freaking do a side dodge into a forward dodge into a heavy attack to mess up your freaking unblockable heavy into GB, and you wouldn't be able to guard break them. So that was really freaking cancerous for Shinobi to do that. Shaolin also does this too. He just does a forward dodge heavy. I'll say that for Jormungandr, but Shaolin's is egregious because his is 24 damage. Shaolin's forward heavy is 24 damage, is feintable, has an insane range. You can't run away from Shaolin. Same thing for Shinobi. Shinobi's a little bit weaker, but he already has like so much utility with his dodges. Jormungandr's, he had hyper armor, but his is very, very slow, and you wouldn't be able to get a lot of consistent trades. So you'd lose the trade, but you go into your chain offense mix-up. Haktun's, you can do this as well. You can also soften to kick into light, but the forward heavy would deal a lot of damage. I believe it's also 22 as well, or 24. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that also had no GB vulnerabilities. They also, it's funny, they buffed Conqueror on his feint window timings, but then they also nerfed the aspect of not having any guard break vulnerabilities. So you're gonna get guard broken when you try to off, just like with that mix-up. Now this is a pretty big read, but it's also very rewarding for you if you do get that off, because you go into your GB mix-up and now they have to throw out that heavy attack, you know. So very good nerf for those characters. I think that is, honestly, yeah, this guy looks so sick, man. He's got the pirate hat and everything. So I'm pretty sure that is it. What do you guys think about the changes? Yeah, that's pretty much all the changes here. I think that's pretty much my analysis, at least for the Warrior's Den. What I think about the skin, amazing. What I think about the balance changes, I think they're good. I wish they would have compensated some of the characters got nerfed though, like Kensei, Warlord. Those characters need a rework in general, or like the quality of life changes for their kit, because Warlord, a lot of people say he's boring. I personally don't find him boring. He's a light into heavy character that has a full block within his kit. You can do a lot of crazy shenanigans with that if you're creative enough. Some people aren't creative and they just want light into heavy unblockable or an infinite change. I don't think he needs that. I just think he needs like cooler parry punishes, and parry punishes that makes sense, because right now his bash into light, that parry punish follow up when you parry heavy attack or light attack, it doesn't do anything now. It is your max damage potential because it's 15 damage, but you use stamina to do nothing with your shield bash besides look cool, which is awesome. Would I like that shield bash to do damage? Hell yeah, I would. That'd be freaking sick. Like the shield bash, oh, you know, it'd be sick if you could do a shield bash that deals like 10 damage and then a follow-up light attack that is not guaranteed. I don't know, man. If you could like target swap that light attack to someone else, that'd be sick. So bash, hit someone, and then follow light attack, go hit someone else. Like that'd be sick, right? like he go back to neutral. He goes back to neutral, or I know what to do. Bash, follow bash into heavy finisher. Doesn't have to be unblockable, just has to be his normal hyper armor attack. That would be so cool. That would be amazing. Also as amazing as this freaking skin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nobushi just got like just got like stolen. You know, she has just gotten absolutely destroyed when it comes to the budget department. Like Nobushi's incredibly popular too. I don't know why she didn't get that much treatment for her skin. Anyways, I digress. The Black Pride nerfs, well deserved, but please adjust the stamina values. Everything else, I think it's pretty par for the course. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hope you guys have been doing well, and hope you guys enjoy the For Honor videos. More For Honor videos coming out very soon. Okay, bye bye. See you later.